Hello Rockville, here's what you need to know about your city. We'll plunge into the chilly Chesapeake Bay with Rockville City Police, check out the new expansion and fitness equipment at the Senior Center, and find out how kids can earn a new bike this spring. All that and more in this March edition of Rockville's 11. What would you do if you were mayor for a day? Fourth graders in the city have a chance to vie for the mayor's job through an annual contest sponsored by the Maryland Municipal League and Maryland Mayors Association. Mayor Phyllis Marcuccio has been talking to students about the contest, and we tell you more in our number 11 story.
I don't think anybody wants to be mayor who doesn't like people.
That's the advice given by Mayor Phyllis Marcuccio to the fourth grade students at St. Raphael's School. She was there to promote the If I Were Mayor contest.
We talked about the city in general, and they gave lots of great ideas, but now they have to get down to work and write an essay.
It was just one stop on the mayor's tour of local schools to promote the contest, which has fourth graders writing essays on what they would do as Rockville's mayor.
I think in my essay I'm going to write about the deer problem, and I think I might write about the deer problem also. I think I'm going to write about the litter because I've seen parks that have so much litter and it's really causing a problem.
Katie Bell of St. Raphael's was the runner-up last year. She had some advice for this year's aspiring mayors.
You might think of something before and then just think of something after, and you could just add it. It doesn't matter. Your ideas will always be really good.
The winner gets to eat lunch with the mayor, participate in a parade, and even have their own street sign named after them.
Well, I got the certificate, and I went out to dinner that night, and I got to be with my family, and I went on TV, and I thought it was pretty cool.
But it's not just fun for the students. As a former science teacher, Mayor Marcuccio enjoys her time back in the classroom.
Oh, it gives me great faith in the future. There's nothing like a bunch of youngsters to make you feel like everything is worthwhile. They truly are the visionaries.
For more information, go online to the city's website at rockvillemd.gov. From the new e-tick system to the recent progress on their new headquarters, we get an update from the chief in our On Patrol Roundup for our number 10 story. Thanks to a new grant, ticket writing has gone from a handwritten task to digital, and it's also saving time and money.
Run the license, scan it, print them out a warning, print them out a citation, get them back on the way.
The electronic ticketing program e-ticks gives officers a speedier way to write those speeding tickets.
It gives us more time to get back out on the road.
Chief Terry Treshik is happy with how the software is helping his officers do their job better.
By using technology, you work smarter, not necessarily harder, but they're always working harder because they have good technology, so it's a good thing.
Each e-tick system costs around $1,000, but the amount of time saved is invaluable.
You always need to be looking for the future of what is out there that works for us, works for the public, and makes it just a more documented and a quicker, more effective and efficient way to do business, higher level of productivity.
While we had some of the chief's time, we asked him about the latest progress with the new police headquarters.
The drywalls are all up. They're working on all it. It really has shape and form now, and when you go through, you can actually see where everybody's going to be and how it's going to fit together.
Our cameras had the chance to go inside the new space, and from the looks of it, everything is right on schedule.
Finishes going on in the building, drywall is completed, finished paint going on, ceiling grid is in, flooring's going down, so we're pretty much on schedule to be finishing here towards the end of March.
Keep it on Rockville 11 all this spring as we continue to cover the progress of the new police headquarters. One other initiative coming out of the Rockville Police Department has Chief Treshik reflecting. Oh, yeah.
We just got the reflectors in. They say Rockville reflects on them. We'll be pushing out the program, designing some brochures right now.
The idea is for kids and pedestrians to wear the bright green reflective bands to help keep them safe at night or early morning on Rockville's roads.
It's another way of trying to make everybody more aware that the pedestrians and motorists and bicyclists alike are sharing the same areas, and we just need to be very cautious.
For more information on the Rockville City Police, visit rockvillemd.gov/police. But when they're not keeping crime at bay, they're busy jumping in the bay. Rockville City Police showed their support of the Maryland Special Olympics in this year's Polar Bear Plunge, and we find out more in our number 9 spot.
It was the coldest of the 3 years I've participated.
That's the report from Rockville City Police Chief Terry Treshik on this year's plunge event.
Because the weather was so warm outside, the water was colder than it normally is when it's really cold outside. So everybody we talked to, including myself, when you dove in, your breath was totally taken away. And there's some great shots of some of our people coming out of the water going, oh, Lord. Yeah.
The Rockville plunge team jumped into the Chesapeake Bay in support of the Maryland Special Olympics.
Well, this is another successful event for us. We had a dozen people involved. 10 were officers and members of the department, and then some family members came down. We went down on the same day that the school kids were there, so there were 3,000 school children, and then 300 police officers, and including our K-9 Boomer, who we all jumped in together. Boomer was a big hit. Everybody had a good time. The most important part about this, though, is the importance of it. It's for the Special Olympics, and in order to participate, you raise money. We were able to raise a little over $1,600. They raised over $2.1 million in Maryland for this program, and we're just glad to be a part of it.
Chief Treshik says it's events like this that make you feel good.
It's something you do to help pay back and to help those that are a little bit less fortunate than we are, and to show you care. And to be involved in something like that, and at the same time being a police officer, shows that there's much more to what we do than just being enforcers on the street or just a police officer driving in a car. It's that we're humans and we understand that everybody has issues and we all want to help get the resolution for it.
The Rockville Senior Center is about to open its doors to a brand new fitness center. We had a chance to go behind the scenes to find out what to expect from the new addition in our number 8 story. Marty and Penny Gross have been enjoying the amenities of the Rockville Senior Center for the past 8 years.
We like to come here because of the people and because it doesn't cost us an arm and a leg to be exercising, and we're getting some really great equipment here.
This is one of the friendliest places that you could ever find. The people here are wonderful.
While Marty and Penny have been working out, the city has been hard at work on a brand new senior fitness center.
Upper, lower, abdominals, back.
Senior Sports and Fitness Supervisor Chris Cloffer is excited about the upgrade to the facility and says working out for seniors is going to be easier than ever before.
So we want to be able to help anybody that needs to continue on their path to recovery from anything that's happened to them. And we also want to attract the people that are still very physically active, so we can, across the board, anybody can use this room. Even people that are wheelchair bound, we have pieces of equipment where we can remove the seat, have somebody that's in a wheelchair roll right in and do their thing.
Once completed, center members will enjoy a new entrance, locker rooms, classroom space, an expanded fitness room, and an enlarged dance and aerobic room.
We have equipment that I believe is designed for us, and it should be great. I'm looking forward to it.
I know it says Rockville Senior Center, but you know, we are alive and kicking at this place.
To learn more about the plans for the grand reopening of the Senior Center or how to get involved with Rockville seniors, go online to rockvillemd.gov and search seniors. Rockville11's Tom George covered a recent stream walk in the Upper Watts Branch Forest Preserve. He had a chance to take a look at the erosion problem that the city is working on for our number 7 story.
One of the main issues the task force is looking at is the fact that for residents here in College Gardens, streams like this one come all the way up almost near their properties, and erosion is causing some big problems. Greg Koska has lived in his College Gardens home next to the stream in the Upper Watts Branch Forest Preserve for over 25 years.
It was one of the selling points for us when we bought the house, was because it backed up against the woods and the stream.
Now Koska says the erosion has taken its toll on the woods. That's why he participated with 40 people to survey the area during a recent stream walk.
Over the course of the 25 years, you can really see the difference in the stream erosion. You know, the banks, trees falling, invasive species. And one of the things that we're here today is because of the outflows, where all the storm drains, you literally just gets put to the edge of the woods and the water flows down, and there's some, like, you know, mini Grand Canyons that we now have.
Rain stops and it goes down.
Yeah. Rockville civil engineer John Holliday is managing the Upper Watts Branch project.
Over time, as storm events happen, waters increase in velocity and they rise in the stream valley, in the channel, and it ends up chewing up the sides of the banks, which creates sediment downstream, and our goal is to protect those stream banks and channels from getting worse and stabilizing them.
Councilmember Mark Piershela also lives in the neighborhood.
People are aware that there's stormwater issues and there's damage, and people are anxious to take care of them, but also to take care of them in the least intrusive ways.
It'll benefit not only the stream that we see, but obviously all this water flows into the Chesapeake Bay, and you just have to, you know the problems that Chesapeake is having. So the little bit we can do here can actually have a help there too.
For Rockville 11, I'm Tom George.
The price of a bicycle can range from $50 to $300. The city's Terrific Bikes program offers a priceless incentive for kids to earn themselves a new set of wheels. We find out more in our number 6 story. Jenny Olin wants to make sure 50 kids in Rockville earn a bike this spring.
We are helping children earn free bikes through doing some good deeds.
Olin is overseeing the city's Terrific Bike program. It's about getting more kids on bikes in Rockville, but it's also about fostering community spirit.
They need to do a series of tasks or deeds that show that they're good citizens and are helping themselves and the world be a better place, especially the city of Rockville.
The city partnered with nonprofit organization Bikes for the World again this year to provide 50 Rockville kids with reconditioned bikes if they can prove they are terrific citizens. Now, what exactly do you have to do to earn a bike? Just perform 6 or more deeds, record it on the Terrific Bike form, and turn it into the city. Examples of good deeds include helping an elderly or sick person, resolving a conflict peacefully, recycling 10 cans, and earning good grades on 5 different assignments. The kids who earn bikes through the Terrific program are then recognized in May at a mayor and council meeting that's televised live on Rockville 11.
Currently, we have 50 bikes. We would love to give every one away. And, you know, if I have more interest, I can always talk to Bikes for the World and see if there's a possibility for more bikes.
Students from grades 1 through 5 have the whole month of March to complete their good deeds. For more details and to download the form, visit rockvillemd.gov/terrificbikes. When was the last time you saw a flying robot at City Hall? We caught up with Bob Ekman to learn more about robotics in the city and the annual Science Day event for our number 5 story.
So the noise might be a problem.
That's the sound of the AR drone, a robot being piloted by Rockville's Bob Ekman.
And this is the kind of robot that most of the high schools use, this level of complexity.
Ekman is the driving force behind the Rockville Consortium for Science and Science Day in the city. In his spare time, he coaches students for local robotic competitions.
Here's what the trophy looks like, a little trophy. They won this trophy. This was the Rockville Science Center Centaurs. And it's a group of middle school kids that worked on their robots but did a fantastic job with their research project.
This April will mark the 23rd anniversary of Rockville Science Day. Ekman assured us there will be plenty of robots on display, in addition to many other interesting scientific exhibits for the whole family.
And kids just love it. Little kids, big kids, old kids, young kids. And that's what we're about. We're trying to get science and engineering to be exciting. And this just grabs their attention right away. They like it. They go off and you know, this will help them both in their school and careers and maybe becoming engineers and scientists.
The theme of this year's event, Science is Fundamental. Science Day is happening at Montgomery College on April 15th from noon to 5. For more information, go to rockvillescience.org. Science Day is just one of the many events planned for this year's Earth Month, which is a whole month filled with activities dedicated to protecting our planet. Here's what you need to know in our number 4 spot. Throughout the month of April, the city of Rockville offers a variety of Earth Month activities, from stream cleanups to a photo contest. Here are some of the ways you can get involved. You can celebrate Rockville's environment and show off your photography skills through the city's annual environmental photo contest. The contest is open to all ages, and winning photos will be showcased throughout the city. The deadline is Friday, March 26th. For more information, go to rockvillemd.gov/environment/contest. And for those of you who don't mind rolling up your sleeves, you can participate in the city's annual Potomac River Watershed Cleanup. The city is looking for volunteers for the April 14th event to walk Rockville streams and collect trash. Student service learning hours are available and bags and gloves will be provided. Email environment@rockvillemd.gov for more information. Now, if you're more interested in staying on dry land, the city will be celebrating Arbor Day again this year on Wednesday, April 25th at 11 a.m. It's open to the public and will consist of a tree planting ceremony. An Arbor Day event is one requirement to be named a Tree City USA by the Arbor Day Foundation, and Rockville has been named a Tree City USA for the past 23 years. There are many more events happening all during the month of April, including lectures and workshops about how to go green. Go to rockvillemd.gov/environment to find out about all of these events and more, and how to get involved. Rockville values its history. Neighborhoods like Lincoln Park have been around for over a century, and the stories from this community help to paint a picture of Rockville's past. One famous Rockvillian, who hails from the Lincoln Park neighborhood, was recently honored by the Smithsonian Museum. We wanted to find out more from the city's historic preservation planner, Robin Zeke, for our number 3 story.
Dr. Turner is one of the Rockville stars.
Robin Zeke is speaking about Lorenzo Dow Turner, a famous African-American linguist during the 1920s who got his start in Lincoln Park.
We're standing here, 324 Lincoln Avenue is one of two houses still on the block that date to somewhere around the turn of the century. The Smithsonian show included a photograph of Dr. Turner coming back after he was well established in his career, coming back to Lincoln Park and he was photographed in front of a house that looks like this one.
Dr. Turner attended Rockville Elementary School and eventually went on to earn a master's degree at Harvard University. He's famous for his study of linguistics.
And he was the first person to identify that the Gullah language is actually a dialect of African languages, and that the African languages the culture was retained through the generations. And I think it's an amazing story, the idea of cultural continuity that you can clearly see in language.
The Smithsonian Anacostia Museum recognized the life and work of Dr. Turner in an exhibit last summer, and then the Rockville Memorial Library was able to partner with the Smithsonian for an exhibit of their own that was on display in the lobby to celebrate Black History Month. Robin Zeke is still working to find out more about Dr. Turner.
It's just exciting, Will, that we still can see a photograph of a significant person, come to the place where he lived, see perhaps this house. Did he grow up here? Did he grow up there? We get a sense of reality of his early life.
Getting to the bottom of a story like Dr. Turner's and other stories of Rockville's past is part of what historic preservation is all about.
This is an opportunity to recapture history that we didn't know about that much. And that's again the importance of history. You've got to tell everybody's story. We're all important.
To learn more about historic preservation in the city, go online to rockvillemd.gov/historic. Also, check out the Lincoln Park History Project online. It's a virtual tour about this historic community sponsored by the Rockville Memorial Library. Check out the Montgomery County website and search Lincoln Park. Now for an update on the city's FY13 budget process with some information on how you can get involved, coming in at our number 2 story. The Mayor and Council invite you to share your thoughts on the budget and have provided several ways to hear from you. Residents can speak at any scheduled public hearings, at any citizens forum during regularly scheduled Mayor and Council meetings on Mondays at 7 p.m., or they can send an email to mayorcouncil@rockvillemd.gov. You can also feel free to talk with the Mayor and Council one-on-one during drop-in session held monthly before the start of every Mayor and Council meeting. All the meetings can be seen on demand at the city's website at rockvillemd.gov. Now it's time for our regular feature we like to call Quick Hits for our number 1 story. This March, we're celebrating Rockville businesses during the annual Ready Business Appreciation Week, happening March 12th through the 16th. It's a chance for the Mayor and Council and city staff to say thank you to the city's businesses for calling Rockville home. Ready, which stands for Rockville Economic Development, Inc., helps to attract and keep businesses in Rockville. To learn more, go online to rockvilleready.org. Ever wonder about the do's and don'ts of raking up the leaves in your front yard? Rockville residents should rake either into the gutters or adjacent to curbs or the pavement. If you prefer bagging your leaves, use biodegradable craft paper bags instead of plastic. You can find out all about the spring leaf collection schedule on the city's website by going to rockvillemd.gov/residents/leaf. And finally, we wanted to remind residents to stay safe on Rockville's roads. There's information on the Rockville City Police page about what you can do to increase pedestrian safety. One of the ways the city is trying to reduce speeds is through the speed camera program. There are fixed and mobile cameras placed around the city as a way to reduce speed in residential and school zones. You can find out the exact location by going to rockvillemd.gov/police/speed cameras. Well, that's it for this March edition of Rockville's 11. I'm your host, Bridget Breuer. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow us on YouTube at City of Rockville or on Twitter at Rockville11.